Okay, everyone. Today I'm doing the final part of ranking BFDI through TPOT episodes. Um, this this is the third part of a three-part series. You kind of only have to watch the first 2.5 minutes of the first one to understand this one. But to sum it all up, this is to celebrate the 12th year anniversary of BFDI. Um, two and in the first part, we ranked BFDI 1A to BFDI 25. In the third thing you need to know, the in the second part we rated BFDI 1 to BFB 16. And the fourth thing you need to know, which is the final thing you need to know, is that in this part we will be ranking BFB 17 to TPOT 1. Kind of have nothing else to say, but also I did make a few minor changes. And also I've added a minus tier, but yeah, that's gonna do it for the explanation, and now we can get started. So first up, our first post-split episode of BFB, we have BFB 17 X marks the spot. And I think this is a pretty good episode. I mean, like, this introduced a lot of new stuff. Like, this is where Jack and Delphi hired a bunch of new animators, and also the vote to save format was introduced. And personally, I like the vote to save format. It prevents characters that don't really do much from making it further into the season. Uh, But yeah, that's all I have to really say about BFB 17. Uh, BFB 18, Take the Tower. Uh, I'd say this is pretty good. I'd say it's A tier below BFB 16. Uh, I feel like this is like a lot more entertaining of an episode because we actually got to see the first elimination in BFB post split, and yeah. But personally, I think BFB 19 and 20 weren't that good. I mean, they were still pretty good for what they are, but I don't really like them. I'd say BFB 19 is B tier, and honestly, BFB 20 is worse than BFB 19. Like, BFB 19, how low can you go? This one wasn't too bad. Like, maybe I'll move it up to A tier later, but actually, no, I'll put it in A tier, but it's not a very high one. Like this, I just after, when I rewatched it, it just seemed very boring to me. Like I feel like they could have done more of this. The BFB 20, on the other hand, like I really did not like this episode. This is the episode where X and 4 just kind of complained, and personally, I really just found that annoying. But anyway, I'd say after BFP 21, the episode starts to really get better. Like BFP 21, it's gonna get A tier for me. I'll put it above BFP 12. I'd say this is a pretty good episode. I mean, we got to see Yellowface's warehouse for the first time, and yeah. Also, I really like the have-nots in this episode, especially Blocky and Taco. Like that. They're starting a new arc with them, and Taco's trying to make Blocky respect Woody more. Like, I really found that interesting when I rewatched the episodes to make this tier list. Uh, BFB 22, though, that is, if I'm gonna be completely honest, that is my favorite. That used to be my favorite Object Show episode of all time, but now it has recently been topped. But yeah, personally, I really like BFB 22. Like, so much stuff happened in this episode. Like, um, the Fiery and Leafy arc ended in this episode, which was probably the longest arc in BFB history. I'd say after this episode, Blocky really starts to gain respect for Woody, which is which also Woody is probably like the person Blocky used to hate the most because of how much he's bullied him in BFDI, and to see them finally like gain respect for each other in this episode is really cool. Also, this probably had the most suspenseful elimination. Um, yeah, just so much stuff happened in this episode that it just makes sense for me to put it in S tier. Uh, BFB BFB 23 fashion for your face. I'd say uh right here. Um, it's a pretty good episode, but also this is the first BFB episode to ever have a feature, which is cool. But I just say this is pretty much your average BFB post-play episode. Uh, BFB 24, the game has changed. I think it's pretty good. Like, I was thinking of putting this in S tier, but I just say some things really hold it back. Um, I like that the teams merged in this episode. That was kind of cool, but also the Fire and Leafy arc ended like once and for all in this episode. Also, Walkie's funny doings after a hiatus came back, which was cool. Also, Jelton got a new voice actor in this episode. So, yeah, this episode was pretty good. A lot of stuff happened in this episode, but I don't think it's good enough to be here. Actually, you know what? Fine, I'll put it there, but I'll move down this. Actually, no, I'd say this looks better. Yeah, that's fine. Uh, Next we have BFDI 25, the Twisted Temple. Um, this was pretty good. I don't think it's good enough to be an A tier, but um, I'll put it right here. I'll put it right here. This episode was pretty good. I like the um, I like the moment Fiery and Leafy had before Fiery was eliminated. Like that was cool. The whole little elimination. Um, So I really like the temple and VFB 25. Like I really like the backgrounds. They're really nice to look at. Um, but yeah, I'd say BFB 25 is pretty average. Uh, BFB 26, the hidden contestant. This is pretty good. Um, I'll put it. Um, yeah, I'd say that's good. Um, I like this episode. I like that it introduced Profiley. Um, but yeah, I mean, the introduction of Profiley is like kind of like the only interesting thing that happened in this episode, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, I would like to put this episode higher, but I just say it's pretty average, besides the fact that Profiley was introduced. Uh, Also, I really like Profiley. I'd say they're pretty interesting. Uh, Now we have our final 5 episodes to rank. Starting us off, we have BFB 27, Uprooting Everything. And I'd say this is a pretty good episode. Um, we got to see the oven for the second time after a BFB one, but I like this episode. I like it. Yeah, I think a lot of interesting things happened in this episode. Actually, I'll move it up here. I'll move it up here. This is the episode where they after they left the pillarly ruins. Uh, that was interesting, but Yeah, but I don't think I can move this episode any higher. BFB 28, yeah, bring back from the beginning. It is a pretty good episode too. Um, I'll put it up here. I mean, it's kind of like BFB 20. I mean BFDI 23 because the contestants pretty much redid every BFB challenge. Um, but yeah, I still like this episode. Also, the announcer came back after like 9 years, which was also pretty cool to see. Also, I guess I kind of have to move down a couple episodes down to A minus tier. Actually, I'll bring this up because it's like it deserves to be here. Uh, Anyway, next we have BFB 29, and personally, I really like it. I really like it. Um, I know this might be controversial, but I'll even put it in S tier. Um, yeah, I personally really like BFB 29. Um, I like that the BFB was getting canceled. Um, so the cast, except Taco and the announcer, uh, went to an abandoned TV studio to save it. I really liked the abandoned what they did at the abandoned TV studio. That was cool. Also, I like meanwhile. Also, I like that while that is happening, Taco is like spying on the announcer to see what he's up to, and also due to that, we got to see the announcer's backstory, which was also nice to see. Uh, Next we have BFB 30 chapter complete. Personally, I really like it. Like I'd say this is way better than the BFDI finale. Um, this was pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough to be higher than BFB 22 because of what happened in this episode. But this is still pretty good, and nonetheless, I mean, this is a really good finale. Like, I just can't explain how good this finale is. Like, I had a fun time rewatching it to do this tier list. Um, but yeah, I like the finale. Um, anyway, finally we have Teapot One, and this is a pretty good way to start off Teapot for me. Uh, I'll put it in S tier, but I don't think I can put it above these episodes because of how good these episodes are. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Uh, Actually, after rewatching it, I didn't really like the first 16 minutes. I mean, the only cool part that really happened in this episode was the debut, and I like how two like interacts with the failed debuters. It's really interesting to see. Um, But yeah, I'd say like the last 10 minutes is probably where this episode shines the most because of what the contestants do during the challenge. Like the challenge of this episode is like so interesting to so interesting to me. But yeah, I like Keep Out One. Uh Before I officially end this video, I would like I would like to make a couple more changes to this list. Um just to like finalize my opinions and stuff. Um, but yeah, I'd say that's all the changes I'd like to make. Also, before I end this, I'd like to move up one of these A tier episodes to S tier. Or so it can be a lot. So every episode in S tier can be like my top five favorite BFB episodes. I mean BFDI through T-pop episodes. I mean you get the idea. Uh, I'd say it's probably between BFB 15 and BFB 24, but I'll move up BFB 24 to S tier because of what happened in that episode. Also, it was already an S tier. Also, I feel like it deserves to be in S tier more than BFB 15. BFB 15 is good, but I don't think it's S tier material on like these 5 episodes. But yeah, I'd say this is my final wait BFB BFDI through TPOT episodes tier list. Um, yeah, thank you for watching this episode of my videos. And yeah, before I go, I'd just like to say thank you so much for Jack and Delphi for making BFDI. BFDI is a cool show, and the fact that it's been going on for 12 years is just really shocking to me. But yeah, if you're going to go check out Jack and Delphi's channel, it'll be on the screen. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Bye.